So people ask me, how can you be so confident with your vitiligo? I'm like, by the way, it's okay.
People ask you that?
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, they say it like a compliment. They're like, wow, you're so confident. Like,
But I remember you in high school as being as confident, though.
yeah, I don't know.
But I guess, you know, high school.
I was really young, and yeah, I think in school, I was just happy to be with my friends who liked me for who I am, and I chose to block out the rest of the people. But a lot on the inside was not well, you know, and God healed me, so I'm well, really. And I don't even think that this is unique to people with vitiligo. It is true for every woman. It is true for every woman.
For whatever reason.
You know, sometimes I work on a beautiful girl, and I cannot believe how much she doesn't know that. So yeah, like, because yeah, all of us to a large extent are damaged on the inside, and we need to be healed on the inside.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thank God for this opportunity to do this work. So I've been doing that. So
that's very true about women. We always look for the flaws, instead of just celebrating all the great things. I mean, I'm always teasing ladies when we take pictures and be like, this is my good side. I'm like, what's a good side?
I know.
There's no such thing as a good side.
No.
There's no such thing as a good side.
Yes.
No, this is my good side. And all
and
the
then you look at the person and you're like, but I don't see anything wrong with the other side. Like, yeah. When I work on brides, you know, and I'm taking their pictures at the end, they're like, no, I prefer this side. I'm like, okay, let's try all the sides, and then let me show you that you actually are beautiful. On all sides. Yeah. So, yeah. You're the one asking the question.
So you said 2008 is like when you can track.
Yes.
How did you get past the hurdle? Because if you are working on friends and family, and then you had to start charging, how did you get past that hurdle of being able to say, okay, no, I have to actually ask for money?
You know, when you look at what you are investing, it makes sense. But also, the people I was working on were happy to pay. They're like, you know what, I trust you, I will pay. So I started off like that. And then over time, I was like, okay, this is taking my time, and I am investing, and this is a skill. So let me charge for it.
How are you balancing the two? Because you had a full-time job, and then you're working on brides. So that means like Saturday mornings, Saturdays, like 4, 3 a.m.
That has been my Saturday. I mean, my life on Saturdays for a long time, for the last 11 years. I don't do things on Saturday. I don't do anything else. I'm just doing weddings. So I started off then, and I would wake up sometimes at 3 a.m., go to a hotel room, very happy, by the way, and very energized, like it is midday. You know? And it did not matter what time I went to bed. I was up, I was excited, I was happy, I was doing this. And I would be so happy at the end, you know, just seeing how beautiful everybody looks. It was really exciting. And then I would look at the pictures after, and I'm feeling so fulfilled. So I did, in the beginning I was doing just makeup for weddings. Okay. Until 2011.
How did you start doing hair? Like you just...
Yeah. So I had this guy who used to do my hair. He was really good. Like I really liked him.
Okay.
But he was not so reliable. So I booked him for a friend's wedding in 2011. I was going to do their makeup. And on Friday, he sends me a message and says, Cerinah, I'm sorry, I will not be able to do the wedding tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Tomorrow. I was like, you can't do that to a bride. You can't. It's her wedding day. He was unavailable.
Wow.
I said, okay. I just told the bride, you know what? This guy is not going to come, but don't panic. I will do the hair. She's like, no.
I'm sure she was having like a meltdown.
I was like, no, don't worry. I will do the hair. So at that time, I was using my home. So not everybody could afford, you know, a hotel room. And they were like, no, we'll come to your home. So I used to use my home. I was living at the same place where the business is located now.
Oh, okay.
I had a housemate who's been my friend for the longest time. And she was just happy to have me. She was really supportive to have me host strangers in our home. That
is what it is.
I know.
Like strangers.
Yeah, so I used to use my bedroom and my dressing mirror. And the girls would come in, they would come. At some point, I even started making them breakfast, like, you know, just tea and bread, nothing special. Sometimes I would throw in sausages and eggs. For
That's
those
an
brides
early
who are
morning,
just
huh?
so, yeah, like those brides who just really make you happy. And you're like, no, let me just spoil them. So I would throw in all those things. So 3 a.m. they come, breakfast, and I would never tell them. So they would find breakfast. I'm like, oh, have some breakfast as I start. And I'll be like, wow. So, yeah.
What time were you waking up if you were even making breakfast?
3 a.m. I mean, I was okay, trust me. I was very happy to do it. So then I would first do all their hair, and then I would do their makeup. And then dress them up and say bye. And then go to church, and then I would clean the house, order in Javas, have a nice meal, take a bath, close the curtains in my bed, and I would sleep. Yeah. Sometimes I would take myself out, just go out to Javas, sit and just read a good book and just be happy. So that was really my Saturday. So I had people coming in and out of my home, cameramen in my bedroom taking pictures and videos. It was strange, but I was okay. I mean, I was very happy to do it.
Well, that was the beginning of the business.
In the beginning, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I did for that time. Sometimes I would go to the hotel, but I used to book only one bride a Saturday in the beginning. I mean, if I had like a bride, a very small team and another team, and their churches were really like far apart, I would take 2 brides. But really, I was doing one.
Okay.
But you know that's not sustainable. So in 2014, so I left RVR in 2013 at the beginning. Yeah. And went to Shell, Vivo Energy. And I liked my job. I was very happy doing it and all. Now, in RVR, when I was in RVR, a friend of mine advised me to start saving money. Because it's like, Cerinah, you know you're going to do this for the rest of your life. So why don't you save money to invest in your business? So out of what I was earning in my job, I saved a certain amount of money. I had an account. I was just putting money aside from my salary for the business. Because I knew that in the future I would be investing more. So I started doing that, you know, for a while. So it was easy for me if I wanted to do something to just get money and buy. Yeah, like if I had to invest in a good camera, I bought a nice professional camera, I just, buy it. If I wanted to buy some really expensive makeup, I would just buy it. If I had a work trip like abroad, I used to shop. I used to buy makeup. I really did not have a cap. Like, I would shop.
Because you had planned for it.
I would spend like a whole day in Sephora just shopping and just, so, and I thank God, my job gave me that. It allowed me to be able to plan for the future.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And also, of course, the job, working for professional companies is good because they teach you about business, they teach you about professionalism, customer service, all these nice things that you need. So when you're thinking about your company in future, you sort of have to see it like Vivo Energy, like a company like that. Yeah. I mean, we're still far from being like that, but it's achievable.
But that's what fails so many businesses. People have a great idea, maybe one person has a gift, but they don't bring everything else and the experience is ruined.
Yes.
Because for a lot of brides, I think, they're very sensitive humans at that point in their lives.
You know what? They should be.
Yes.
It's a special time in their lives. I mean, when you're getting married, you're married, you know what it means. You have so much on your mind, like you're dealing with so much, the stress of wedding planning. Relatives are coming at you from all corners and they all come with their own things. Yeah. I mean,
you want your day to go perfectly, and then this comes up and that comes up. Exactly. You wake up and it's raining.
There's so much going on, and you really have to have that empathy when you're thinking about a bride, and not see them as a stressful person who's wearing you out for nothing.
Because they need to be calm.
Exactly. It's a special day in their lives, but also they have anxiety about where they are going, what they are doing. They're learning so much. They're doing counseling. There's a lot going on. So I think being married now, I know that, and that makes a difference. Yeah. So where was I? 2014. Yeah. When I was doing my job, it was demanding. It was nice. Like, I really enjoyed my work in
your
Vivo
work.
Energy. It pushed me, it stretched me, and I liked it. So in 2014, I fell sick at some point in July. And I had a bride who had booked me a year before. She was out of the country. Yes, she was out of the country, and we had been talking. She was really a lovely person. And then I was sick, so I worked on a team the weekend before, and I was sick. So I worked on a team the weekend before, and I was sick. But because when you don't fall sick often, you sort of don't take sickness seriously.
You're like, it will pass.
And I'm like, whatever, it's just a cough. And I just went on like that, and I was really driven, like I was working hard at my job. By like mid of the week, I was not fine. I was admitted in hospital.
Okay.
And I was thinking about my bride. I was just thinking about my bride. And my sister was like, Cerinah, you need to cancel with her, please. It's getting late. Like, it's Wednesday. You need to tell her.
And you're admitted in
hospital? I was
in
touch with her. I was telling her, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I was admitted in hospital. And I was really, really sick. So, I think around Thursday, I told her, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do the wedding. Even if I'm discharged, I don't know if I will be in the best shape to do the wedding. She was like, no, Cerinah. She was so sweet. She was like, I understand, just focus on getting well. I'll be fine. Let me find something. I was like, no, I was trying to find you someone. She's like, no. Focus on getting well. Let me find someone. Bless. I'll be fine. I'm like, I'll refund your money. She's like, don't worry about it, I did refund her money, but she was really, really, really nice. So I canceled that wedding. A few weekends later, was waiting for me, and she was like, Cerinah, no one is going to work on me. She came to see me in hospital, and she's like, you're going to be fine by the time of my wedding, and you're going to work on me. Even if it means sitting on a chair and I sit on the floor and you do what you have to do, you're going to work on me.
Wow. Did that also just make you think maybe you have to take care of your health a bit?
Oh, yes. I was working myself silly. I used to go to work at 5:30 a.m.
every day
at Vivo Energy, because I was really driven. I felt like, you know what, I'm single. This is a time to do all these things. So I would go to work so early. I was in SE. That's how I felt sick. I wasn't eating well. So I said, no, I need to do something about that.
Was it like pneumonia?
Yes, it was actually pneumonia. So my boss gave me a support person at work after that.
Okay.
And I started to take care of myself better. And then my cousin came to visit me with his wife.
Okay.
Whom I had met before and had become my friend. And I used to ask, if I wasn't available to do a wedding, I would ask people, give her a try, let her do your makeup. She does a good job. But yeah, so we had gotten to know each other. Okay. So when they visited me, she was like, you know what, Cerinah, can I come and be helping you? I was like, yeah, please come. So she started coming and just watching. Before I knew it, she was doing the bridesmaids and doing them very well. So at some point she would do, and then I would edit. After a while, I didn't even need to edit the work she's done. Like edit meaning improve, sort of correct here and there. Yeah, so we've been working together all these years. She's my partner. She's called Priscilla Mutanda. So yeah, so I've been working with Priscilla.
So when did you decide to formalize that?
I think it has been a process.
So you were first working together?
Yeah.
Then
every Saturday she would come. It's been a process. I mean, it's been 5 years, so that happened over time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been working with Priscilla. We were doing makeup together. I used to say that when I'm getting married, I am going to have one bridesmaid because I want to do everybody's makeup. I will do everybody's hair, everybody's makeup. I'll do my hair, and then I do my makeup, and then we go to church. I know. But 2014 was the year I met my husband.
How did we meet him?
It's a long story. Do you have time?
Yes, we are here.
It's a long story. I will save you the details. I like telling that story, but I will save you the details. I had met him before in, I think about 2000 something, 2001. I can't remember because I don't remember meeting him. He used to visit
But
my
he
room on
remembers
campus.
meeting you.
Yes, so he remembers meeting me. So in 2014, I was like, I don't know you. I was like, I know you. So that is how we started. And it didn't take a long time for us to just progress everything.
Really?
I mean, we met and it was just so easy. Like, it's like he had always been there. Like, he had always been in my life. We were talking. He was just such a wonderful person. He was so open, so real. So we got to know each other really quickly, and he was clear from the beginning that he wants to marry me. Yeah.
Okay.
So at first I was like, don't listen to this guy. Like, don't listen to him. You will believe him and you will get hurt. But he was consistent.
Okay.
I think I used to say that our relationship is effortless. It was so easy getting to know him. It was simple. So he asked me to marry him at the end of the year, 2014, like on 1st January 2015. At that point when you're moving from 31st into 1st. That guy, he's clever. He had fireworks and all that for free. I know. So right at that point at midnight is when he asked me to marry him. So, and I was like, why not? It was so easy to say yes. At that point I felt like I know enough to say yes. So yeah, so 2015 was our special year.
Okay.
We got married on 15th August 2015. Which is our anniversary of Serene Beauty. So that was 7 years later. I know. And my friend was my maid of honor. At that, one of my maids of honor. My sister was my other maid of honor. So I ended up having 3 bridesmaids, 3 flower girls. I mean,
your plan of doing everyone's makeup?
Yeah, because Priscilla was there. So, and we had worked together long enough. She did everybody and I did my makeup. Don't ask me how.
You did your own makeup?
Yes, I did. Crazy, yeah. But I didn't want to bother anyone with, I'm not sure about this. Yeah, so I just did it. So, yeah, so by then, you know, we were working together. She was doing a lot of the admin work because I was busy at my job.
Yes.
So people would call her. She managed bookings. She managed the finances that were coming in. I trusted her. I still trust her, you know. It was easy. We were enjoying our relationship. Everything was going well. And then I got pregnant shortly after I got married. That was about October. And it was a bit of a complicated pregnancy. So I was put on bed rest.
Oh.
I was put on bed rest.
For how long?
So from November until January. I know. I was not going to work. I was lying in my bed.
And yeah, when doctors say bed rest and you're pregnant, you're actually in bed.
Yes. So
Feet
I was
up.
in bed, feet up, working on my laptop sometimes, on social media, you know, working on social media because I managed our Vivo Energy social media pages. And yeah, so it was really difficult because I had brides. So for the first time, Priscilla did a bride on that Saturday when I was put on bed rest. She was like, I can't do this. I was like, you can do it. And we had such a gracious bride. I mean, I feel like every time we've had a crisis, God has given us gracious brides who have just been understanding and, you know. So she did a beautiful job at that wedding and everything worked out well. So the lady that had done my wedding hair did their hair and that is how we started. So she was doing hair, doing makeup. Eventually we got another person to do hair. So
by now you had your own premises. They went in your bedroom, were they?
So when I got married, I noticed I need space.
Just when you got married?
My former housemate was gracious enough to allow me use my old bedroom until the end of that year. So I left my room the way it was when I left.
Okay.
So I would go there on Saturday and work. But that wasn't sustainable. So I talked to our landlady at the time and she gave me an apartment. So I furnished that apartment and worked on it to be our business premises. So that's where we started off. So I would just go there on Saturday, do my weddings and leave. But then also I was building a team. So now we had someone doing hair and Priscilla doing makeup. And the team started to grow. So I was busy at my job during the week and they were taking care of everything. On Saturday, we would do the weddings. So it worked. So so I came out of that difficult pregnancy At that time, I think in the year
I'm sure it made you
2015.
reevaluate a lot of things.
Oh yeah, in 2015, 2016 now, beginning of 2016 when I was pregnant, I was like, you know what, the priority is my child's health, my health.
Yeah.
And if we don't have weddings, it's okay. I really didn't mind. But also the beginning of the year is low season. So,
Yeah.
So those girls worked. I mean,
And
they
you
did
took a
the
step
weddings.
back.
When I came out of bed rest, I would go on Saturday. I would just do like the bride only, and that's it. She would do everybody. Then I gave birth in July 2016, and I worked very hard during that maternity leave.